In Vrindavan, every day Krishna goes for herding the cows. This is a very, very beautiful pastime. When I read it, I was so happy. So one day Krishna was going for herding the cows in the pasturing ground. Day before that, in Vrindavan, there was one newly married young girl. She had just arrived in Vrindavan one day before. And she had heard that Krishna is very beautiful. So the next day when Krishna was leaving for a pasturing grounds, so that girl, she also wanted to see Krishna. So when Krishna was moving towards Vrindavan forest, the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law, they went to see Krishna. So she, the daughter-in-law, she also wanted to see. She said, I also want to come. They said, no, you cannot come. Then she said, why? Why I cannot see? No, that if that black snake bites you, you will not be able to remove its poison. Therefore be safe and honest and innocent. Stay here inside the house. But she had that longing desire. She was desperate. She had that genuine desire. She wanted to see Krishna. Now when Krishna was leaving, all other gopis, they were offering arati, the brahmanas were chanting the Vedic hymns and mantras, and Yashoda Mai was crying, Nanda Maharaj was crying, everyone was so busy, but Krishna was focusing only on that girl. See, Krishna is so personal. He is such an amazing person. Millions of people, they are now glorifying him, doing this so many things, but Krishna is focusing on that jiva. So we should not feel like I am alone. No one knows me. I am inside the house. No one knows me, whether I exist or not. I am not famous. I am not this, that. No problem. Krishna is thinking about you. So when Krishna was moving, he saw that house. Krishna played a beautiful trick. He twisted the tail of a calf. He twisted the tail of a calf, and as a trained calf, this calf started moving towards that door. Because this girl was inside the room, and from the cracks of the door was little open, so from the cracks of the door, she started looking at the road. And then Krishna, just to bring that calf again on the road, he followed the calf. And within a moment, now everyone is busy in glorifying this, that. Nobody understood how Krishna disappeared. Krishna went straight at the front of the door. She couldn't imagine. I wanted to see Krishna, and now Krishna is in front of me. She just kept looking at Krishna. And Krishna stood on the threefold bending form and started playing upon his beautiful flute. By seeing that form, she was mesmerized, and she was just kept looking, and the heart of that girl came out of her body. Krishna took that heart and went away. She didn't even realize how did it happen. Her heart came out of the body, Krishna kept it, Krishna took the heart and went to the forest. After some time, the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law, they came back home. And they saw this poor innocent girl just looking at one direction where Krishna left. They started shaking her. Come back to your consciousness, come back to your consciousness. But they understood everything is finished. She's already been bitten by this black snake. Now we cannot do anything. But they thought, okay, if we engage her in physical service, she may come back to the normal consciousness. So they told her, okay, here is a pot for churning, and here is a churning rod. Start churning this yogurt. By doing this physical action, you will come back to your normal consciousness. So she was not even speaking, because she was totally mad. She was helpless. She had no heart. Heart was already missing. So instead of churning into the butter pot or the yogurt pot, she took a wrong pot and she started churning the mustard seeds. and it made a loud noise, loud sound because of the churning of the mustard seed. So again the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law came and started shouting. He said, "What are you doing?" And then they said, "Okay, we'll engage you in a higher service." Then they said they kept a big pot on the head of this girl and the smaller pot on the top of the big pot. And they also gave a baby around arms of this gopi and said, "Look after this baby, take care of this baby." And they also gave a big rope to the gopi, "Go and fetch the water from the well." She didn't say anything. Acharya writes, somehow or other by Krishna's arrangement, she could go up to the well. How did she go? She didn't know, but she went to the well. And now she made a noose of a rope. So instead of wrapping that noose of a rope to a water pot, she started wrapping the noose around the back, around the waist of the child. Now this was intolerable. All the people who were surrounding, they started shouting, "You stupid, what are you doing? You want to kill this child?" And still she was not conscious. Somehow the child was escaped. And how some other people, they fetched the water from the well and brought these two pots on her head, and she came back to the house. Actually, this is the dream, and this is the actual position. This is the goal of human life. There is no other goal. Everything is useless. This material world is a preparation ground for developing Krishna Prema. The entire universe, the entire material world is meant only for one purpose. Somehow or other become mad for Krishna Prema. Somehow or other get hooked by that Krishna's beauty and cry for Krishna every moment. That is the goal of human life. You may say, what about this? There are so many other goals. Yesterday Neil Krishna was saying that so many other talks. It has no value. Of course, to achieve this highest goal, you have to take shelter of the lower goals. But while going through this journey of lower goals, don't forget the highest goal. Otherwise, you just get stuck up into this lower, valueless, chindi, all these goals. The highest goal is to become mad for Krishna.